Well, hello all. Very good morning, good evening, whichever the location you're in. Good day. Uh, Welcome back to the Oracle Database Administration Training. So, yep. Yesterday we have slightly touched based on the Oracle Database editions and the licensing part. Today we will go a little deeper on learning the editions and what type of editions we have. What are the limitations for each edition in the Oracle database side. So I will talk about that, and then licenses also. What kind of licenses we have, uh, how each and every licenses difference uh, uh, we have. I'll talk about that as well. Yeah. So yesterday we talked about what is Oracle database, the basic stuffs, and why Oracle database stood out in the industry. Uh, Chosen database, for the enterprise to chosen database, and Oracle database version history also, starting from version 2 to 23 AI. What are the evolution happened? What are the features it got on each and every version? So how it got stabilized and etc. All the information we have discussed. So today we will focus on Oracle database editions and license types. Right. Okay. Yeah. So Oracle database editions. When it comes to Oracle database editions, we have mainly four editions. Okay. Uh, the first one is Oracle Express edition and Standard edition, SC2, and Enterprise edition and autonomous database. So from 12C onwards, the standard edition was introduced. Before 12C, only enterprise edition, express edition. These are the two versions we used to have. So then later 12C, so we got standard edition also included, and along with the autonomous database edition. So which is cloud ready, cloud users database it is, autonomous database. Okay. So we'll talk about each and every edition now. So the first one I would be talking about the Express Edition. So Express Edition is basically anyone wants to learn Oracle, either a student or a developers or anyone is very new to the Oracle, they don't want to spend anything for the licenses. They can choose the Oracle Express edition. Not only students or developer who is learning, we can also look at application also, like if there is any lightweight application, it is not a mission critical, you can still go ahead and use the Express edition. But only thing is, like with the Express edition you will have a limitations with the CPU, RAM, and also the data storage as well. So the use case basically for learning and any prototyping, any lightweight applications you wanted to use, you can use Express it, which is very it is completely free of cost. You don't have to pay anything to Oracle Corporation. So you can download these Express Edition software, whichever the version you wanted, and you can start using this Express Edition. It can be used on Windows, it can be used on Linux also. You can use it in your desktop. You can just simply install this Express Edition on your desktop, and you can do some prototyping or any learnings that you wanted to do on the Express Edition. You can do it. Yeah, it's free to use basically, but I told you limitations, right? It is in terms of the resources, 2 GB of memory it can support, and 2 CPs only it can support, and the storage 12 GB it can maximum support. 12 GB, if it exceeds 12 GB, it cannot support. Storage in the sense your database basically. Okay, so it can only support up to 12 GB of your database. So there's no high availability. Scalability is very minimal. You cannot scale after 12 GB, and you if you want to take backups you have to take manually, And the security also, there is no extensive security on this basic access control you will be having. And if you want to do any tuning on this express edition, you have to do manual tuning also. So any advanced analytics or advanced tuning features, this express edition will not be having. Okay, so it supports SQL and PLSQL programming languages, so query languages. Okay, and as I told you, like if you wanted to learn initially, like without paying any licenses, or you just wanted to learn for yourself and wanted to do any prototyping, you can use this express edition. Any questions on this express edition topic?
No.
For this express edition, so just want to know regarding means like what all the features it support. As you said, there's a limitation, and then so it if so it is for the basic standard we need to follow. It's just we need to install, and then we have to run some command. We have to like can we run the RMAN utility
No, no
there
RMAN
means like
utility
to
on
take a
this.
backup, or just we need to import export.
uh,
Okay,
no RMAN
so
utility in
only
this.
just we can run it.
Yes, only you can take the backup, manual backups. Okay, uh, and export import also you can do manually. Okay, so there's no advanced features like in RMAN, like an RMAN flashback you will have, right? Now that won't be there in this.
Okay. Okay. So, okay, then the basic means like we can write a command, we can
Yes,
insert the data, and just
you
there
can
is a
create.
limitation.
Yeah, you can look at the all.
Nothing is there means like
Correct.
okay.
Correct. It is very like for a lightweight applications, you can still use this Express editions. You think the application size is 1 GB, 2 GB, and you just wanted to connect this backend database to store some data, you can go ahead and use this Express edition. And development purpose also, like
As you said, the security concern is like okay, so we cannot provide the access as well. Means we can do the standard thing like means we can grant the access to a table, we can create the user and then grant to access.
yeah,
That we can do, right?
that you
Means
can
it
do.
is a basic only.
Yeah, that basic access you can do it. Yeah,
Okay.
still you will be able to access with the multiple users also. Okay, with this edition. So all basic things you can do with this Express edition.
So, one means like on one system we can install one only, or we can do the multiple installation for the as Oracle support one instance one database, but in the same system, same server in the same operating system, can we install multiple edition,
No, no,
Express edition, or just one?
one
No.
only.
Oh,
One instance, one database. So you can install one Express edition. You can create one database for that.
mm,
So that is the Express edition. If any lightweight or development purpose, you can use this Express edition. Okay. So CPU and RAM, it has limitations. 2 GB of RAM it can support, and 2 CPUs only it can support, and maximum of 12 GB of data storage it can support. So it will not be supported for the high availability. The scalability is very minimal here, as you know, like 2 GB only RAM it can support. So basic access control you can do it, and um, everything like all management you can do, all the administrative stuff you can do with this Express edition also. Okay. So then it comes standard edition 2 SE2. So this is for a small business. Okay, if your business is small or medium, okay, you can choose the standard edition. So if you wanted to have a reliable database management without much expenses, you can choose standard edition too. Okay, so when it comes to limitations, right, it will have a limited sockets. It can support only two sockets. So cores are different. Okay, so don't confuse with the cores and sockets. So sockets, you can have multiple cores. Okay, it depends on the purely depends on the hardware that you have. So some sockets supports 8 cores, some sockets supports 16 cores. So it's purely depends on your socket, but at minimum, like maximum, it can support 2 sockets only. Enterprise edition. If your hardware is having more than 2 sockets, it won't support. Okay, it can only support up to two sockets. Okay, and then you can do the clustering also, basic clustering with real application clusters rack, and you can only have 2 nodes in this clustering. Also, you can not have a more than 2 nodes. Okay, and you can have an enterprise level reliability and performance with this edition, but it won't have any advanced features. Okay, it will not have advanced performance tuning. It won't have any online index rebuild. It won't have kind of encrypting methodologies, advanced security encryption. So here you can get basic recovery tools, and uh, 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 you can uh, have a basic optimization as well. You can do this. You can do on this enterprise edition. So this is ideally used for the small to medium business applications or business that that don't want to spend much money for the licenses. They can choose standard edition. Still, it is a good option because it'll have a lot more features that they can use it for their needs. Okay. Any questions on the standard edition? So,
Yes, regarding the pricing. So how the pricing is started for this,
so
or it will be socket
uh,
basis, or how it will be
yeah,
charged?
yeah, I will talk about when it comes to the
Okay,
license models. Okay,
okay,
so we'll talk about any, we'll talk about that later. So right now I'm just talking about the features and limitations on each and every edition we have, and how you can choose edition based on your need. So you have to aware, right? And you have to be having an understanding. Tomorrow, if a customer comes to you with a requirement, I wanted an Oracle database, but you need to be the person to recommend him what edition he need to go for. Okay, so that's why I'm creating this awareness and an
so
understanding.
there is any limitation like for, okay, for the user basis, means like the standard support that much connection, means only hundreds connection can accept, it is like that or not, just means if it is a standard edition, so only can accept the 100 connection, 1,000 connection. There is no limitation on the connection sessions, right?
Yeah, we will talk about, like, if you choose process based
Okay,
licensing, so there's no limitations on the users. So it will come under
okay,
license models. So I will talk about that. Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
So it is not, I mean, it's like there is no dependency on the which version we are using, which edition we are using, like the standard, the enterprise, means this the
Features
chargeable
difference.
one. So
Features
we
difference will.
can, so it's depend on the, yeah, okay, license only.
Yeah,
Okay.
it purely depends on the license, and but standard edition, enterprise edition, express editions features will be different, and the limitations, like scalability limitations will be there. So in standard edition, you cannot go beyond 2 sockets. Okay, that's the limitation. You cannot scale more than 2 sockets. If your business grows bigger, at that time you have to migrate from standard edition to the enterprise edition. If they wanted to have a more data to be stored, and that their business is growing big, larger, it is going enterprise level, then you have to definitely choose enterprise edition. Okay. And coming to the enterprise edition, before I talk about the enterprise edition, any other questions from
Oh,
anyone?
question.
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, when you talk about socket, what do you mean?
CPU socket, it is in the hardware. So every motherboard will have socket, right, on the hardware
Okay.
side. So to hold the CPU, and CPU will have a multiple cores.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the socket. Yeah. So it's a hardware level I'm talking about. Okay. So either your personal system or a server or ESX host, whatever, like, you choose, everything will have a processor, right? So to have that processor, will have a socket to place that processor. So that is the socket here. Yeah. Okay. Enterprise edition. So enterprise edition is basically used for the large enterprise where they wanted more scalability, high availability, and advanced security features. I think they can choose the enterprise edition. So it will have a complete set of features, tools, and it can support large workloads, parallel processing, and distributed systems also. And it will have advanced security. You can have user roles, privileges, and data encryption, auditing, and some of the data management features. And you can integrate enterprise edition with the analytics and AI also, AI and machine learning also. So a lot more features it will have. So widely used for the enterprise applications. So if you wanted to have a really mission critical uh, if you have a mission critical application, and your data is growing big and your data is large, if you have a large workloads like OLTP, uh, then you can definitely choose the enterprise edition. It can handle large, complex, and mission critical applications. For example, banking, telecom, e-commerce platforms, all of them uses the enterprise edition only. And here, with the uh, limitations, right, there is no limitations on the hardware. Whatever the hardware you have, it can support how many CPUs, how many cores you have. But when it comes to licensing, it is expensive. So it will support whatever the hardware you have. And Oracle Rack also, it can support up to 8 nodes. And it have you know it is scalable for high and large workloads as well. So it has the advanced tools, backup tools like RMAN, flashback, and advanced security features like auditing, TDE, encryption. And it can have a indexing, and also automation, automatic tuning also. You can do the online indexing in this. And also partitioning, you can have a partitioning on this enterprise edition, table, like table partitioning. And you can also integrate this with the machine learning and AI models. You can again integrate with the APIs as well. uh, a lot more advanced features, like you can have programming languages like Java, Python, and more can be supported by the enterprise edition, along with the SQL and PLSQL. So it will have some patching, comprehensive patching tools, monitoring capabilities also. So you can have this enterprise edition on on-prem or hybrid cloud also. You can have this installed. Okay. So, but overall, the licensing cost increases. It is more expensive when you compare with the standard edition. Yeah. Questions on the standard enterprise edition?
So basically, these all are the difference on the hardware level only, or the some functionality, as you said. Some have means if here we have a limitation on the socket level for the standard. And enterprise, we don't have any limitation. So every feature will be supported. So I'm comparing the standard and the enterprise edition. So all feature work in the both the scenario means, or only the hardware level difference is there, or or
Some of
also
the
we have
features
a
difference also there. Some of the
software level difference also.
Yeah, some of the feature level difference is also there. So for example, you cannot have a performance tuning, advanced performance tuning, and you cannot have a TDE encryption, data encryption, and also you cannot have a partitioning and online index rebuilding. So those features difference is also there with the standard and enterprise edition. Not only the hardware level, so there's a difference on these features also. Enterprise edition is the topmost, it is a very mission critical. If you have a mission critical applications, if you have a large volume of workloads that you wanted to deal with, you can choose the enterprise edition, because you will have all the features. You want to have a advanced security, you want to have a tight security on your data, you can go for the enterprise edition. All features it can support.
Actually, I uh, don't want to take that much time. Just I want, do we have any official link where we can compare the Oracle already informed this thing is supported on
Yes,
the standard
yes,
and
yes. I
enterprise?
will I
Just
will
I'm
talk about
asking.
I will
It
talk
will be
about I will talk about that also.
okay.
So we have
Okay, I just
Oracle.
share. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. In this same session, I'll be talking about some of the Oracle links, Oracle support, and Oracle e-delivery to download the softwares, etc. Okay, so we'll talk about that later. Yeah. Any other questions from others? Okay, I take the silence as no. I'll go to the other database edition, which is autonomous database. So autonomous database is like it's completely managed automatically. Okay, and it is a completely cloud database. So only cloud users can use this autonomous database. So complete automatic tuning, automatic patching, scaling also, automatic scaling, it will happen based on your growth, business growth, it can scale. And backups, you don't have to worry about the backups, it will take automatically those backups. And it can optimize by itself, you don't have to do anything. It's just you have to choose database as a service. Okay, when you have a requirement that you wanted to choose a database, you can choose this autonomous database. Okay, so Oracle uh, provides this as a autonomous database for you to just have this plug and play. Okay, you don't have to do anything. So this is basically used in the cloud deployments where you have a minimal human intervention required. Okay, and it reduces a lot of operational costs. You don't need a DBA. Okay, so it'll take care of itself by everything. Okay, so Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, or if you build this autonomous database, just plug and play. Okay, you just connect your application to this database, everything will be taken care by. It's a self-managed. It is managed by the cloud itself. So everything will be taken care. Okay, so yeah, that's the use case when you have a requirement that you don't need a DBA, you don't need a uh, manual intervention, minimal manual. You don't need a much operational cost on this. You can go for the Oracle Autonomous Database. Very, very minimal intervention is required on this Autonomous Database. So this is completely a subscription based also, pay per use. Okay, this will only be available for cloud, so we cannot have them in the on-prem. You don't have to worry about the storage. It can grow automatically based on your data growth. Okay, so that will be managed by the cloud, and it has the built-in HA with automatic recovery. You don't have to worry about the high availability also. So when the usage grows, it automatically expands its resources. When the usage is less, it can reduce the resources also. So it is completely managed by the cloud itself. And patching also, you don't have to worry about patching. You don't have to do anything for the patching also. It'll take care of it on its own. When I say it take care its own, database won't take care, but the cloud, they will have some backend scripts to do the patchings. So Python or whatever, like the mechanism they use, and they will also have an AI integrated, so it'll verify what is required and what is not required. So a tuning part also, it will verify so how the database is performing, what tunings required. So everything will be taken care by the cloud itself.
Is the OCI database is the cloud database or what means it
Yes, yes,
just for
OCI,
the
Oracle Cloud Infrastructure.
so OCI just because I have a confusion maybe it will be clear after this. So this only the OCI support the autonomous database thing or we have in the standard edition as well, enterprise edition as well on that OCI part means just
No standard standard or
only
enterprise,
the
only autonomous
what
database. That's all. It's a cloud database.
okay okay
It so there's
yes
no
okay
licensing types on this. It is a
so
pay per use subscription basis. So if you are subscribing to this autonomous database, you will pay what is the usage that you are having on this. So there's no licensing involved in this. So they will take care of the license, they will take care of your resources, everything they will be taking care of it. You just need to pay them. So what is that, a subscription amount that it shows.
so do we have any means like free trial on the OCI level or just as like we have on premises like this Express Edition free with free trial version. So on the OTS this OCI side, do we have anything like that? Means the free trial or we can use for the 1 month because in the
Yes, yes,
SQL side
yes.
we
I
go
will.
for the Azure we have a 1 month trial
Yes,
subscriptions. Okay,
yes,
okay.
yes. In this course itself, as a bonus, I will be talking about the OCI as well, how to use, how to spin up databases in it, and all this stuffs I will be discussing in this same session. Not the same session, in the same curriculum, I would say. Okay,
No, thank you.
so that we will talk as we progress, and uh, I will be sharing those information and knowledge as well. Hope everyone is clear. Anyone have any other doubts on the Oracle database editions? This is very important as a DBA to choose the right edition for your needs, for the business needs. So you as a DBA, should let the business know that what is the version they can go for. Okay. Am I clear? Any other questions? Justin, Rahul, Sandeep, Carl, Adam, are you guys with me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No questions.
No questions. Okay, great. Shall we move to the next topic?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Cool. So yeah, this topic is about the database licensing. So let's talk about the licensing part now. So yeah. So you guys are asking like how will it be a user based or process based? I will be talking about that now. Okay. So Oracle database covers both the database software and their hardware it runs. Okay. And This licensing includes core editions like Enterprise Edition, Standard Edition, okay, as well as some premium options. So, like advanced security, partitioning, performance tuning pack. You need to go for an additional licensing for them. Okay. So, for example, if you wanted to have a tuning advisor, okay, database tuning advisor pack, you need to pay additional license for that. Okay. So if you wanted to have a partition enabled on your database system, you need to have a partitioning license as well. By default, Enterprise Edition supports it, but you need to have an additional license for it. Okay, so that's how Enterprise Edition becomes more premium when you choose, these advanced features to work on this Enterprise database. Again, the way it is expensive, the same level of reliability you will get. So when you spend more money, you will get more reliability from the system also. It can be used for the large volume of data handling and large transactions. So it will be really a 24/7 and reliable database system it can be. Okay, so we'll talk about the license models. We have three license models. One is processor based licensing. The second one is named user plus licensing, and third one is cloud subscription. Okay, so we'll talk about that one each one individually. Okay, so what is a process based licensing? First we will talk about that. So in this process based licensing is based on the number of processors. Okay, so number of processors in the meaning CPU cores. Okay, how many CPU cores you have, based on that this licensing will be decided. Okay, so where you install your database, Oracle database, how many CPUs in that particular hardware system you have, and based on that that licensing will be calculated. It could be Enterprise Edition, it could be Standard Edition. Okay, Enterprise and Standard, they have their own limitations, but the licensing will be calculated based on the CPU cores, okay, number of processors on it, on the hardware side. Okay, so you might be asking, like, how the Oracle calculates this information. So how many licenses a system should have where Oracle database is installed. So you don't need to count the users. So they can you can have 100 users, you can have 1,000 users. It is not a user based license, so it is completely hardware, like your CPU based license, your processor based licenses. So it will be, it is like suitable for the environment where you don't know how many users are connecting to the system. You don't know how many devices are connecting to the system and processing their data. Okay, so you you just need to look at the process, how many processor it is having, and based on the processor, how many licenses you can take for that particular database. You don't have to worry about the users, you don't worry about the you don't have to worry about the devices as well. Okay, so it can connect n number of devices, n number of users to this database machine, and can do their transactions. So only you have to look at the CPU cores. Okay, so how it will be calculated? What is the Oracle uh, strategy to calculate the licenses for Oracle databases to uh, you know have the licenses. So basically, if you have 16 cores, okay, for example, standardization, I told you, right? No, two sockets, and it can support. So if each socket is having uh, 8 core CPU, okay, 8 core CPU, so it will be having totally 16 CPUs, right? So again, if this CPU is also like, if it is Intel based, Intel Xenon basis CPU, and AMD based CPU, the costing will be different. If it is a Spark T series CPU, the cost will be different. Okay, so for example, in this scenario, your 16 cores are Intel Xenon based processors. So then it has a factor, uh, processor factor. Okay, they will have a formula. So your 16 cores into zero point 0.5. So they will take your one core as a zero point 0.5. Okay, so your 16 into zero point 0.5. So how much it would be? 8. Okay, 8 licenses you need to have from the Oracle Corporation to comply with the licensing. Okay, so based on the processors and factor also, like, what processor you are using, based on the processors and processor type also, the licensing will be decided. Okay, so the licensing cost, you need to consult with the Oracle teams only to know. Oracle, like, their sales people will be there, and they will only be, letting you know, like, how much it can cost. But what is the formula they use to calculate the license? There's the formula. They will use the uh, zero point 0.5 for the Intel Xenon or AMD type processors. They'll be using 1 for the uh, Spark T series. If you have a processor Spark T series, 16 processors, uh, 16 cores, they will tell you that you need to take 16 licenses. Okay, are you guys understanding? Are you guys with me?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So any questions on this processor based licensing?
So a simple term means it is depend on the CPUs, how much CPU
Yes,
you are taking, and then it is not based
whatever.
on the users.
Yeah, whatever
It is
version.
core-based license, basically we say in this.
Yeah, when you compare with the SQL Server, right, same, like, core based. So whatever version you have, standard edition or enterprise edition, you will have to. Okay. And then, so what is the use cases for process based licenses? So I told you, right, when you don't know the number of users, it connects to the database. So, and it is a large system, and you needed a more scalability and flexible with the data store. And it is purely depends on, like, how your system is growing. Okay, so you can go with the CPU cores. You wanted to have scalability in the futures, in the future, so you can have this. Okay, so, and coming to the named user plus licensing, so this will be calculated based on the users and devices. Okay, it is used for the smaller environments, so you will have a controlled access, and so it is simple to manage. Okay, um, and it will have a limited scalability. If you take 100 named user plus licenses, 100 licenses you have to take, so only 100 users can use this, can connect to the device. Okay, so licenses are purely based on the number of distinct users accessing the database. So this is ideally used for the environments with the limited number of users. So each user or device is assigned with a license. Okay, so This is basically easier for smaller
So
team.
it is concurrent user or means like
Yeah, concurrent user, you can do that.
so you can
So MVCC architecture is there, like you can concurrently access uh, with two users or three users you can access, but each user should have one license.
okay.
Okay, for example, a team has 20 employees. Okay, they need to connect to the database. Okay, they have like you can think like 20 end users, 20 clients that needs to connect to the database. So it can be user, it can be device also. Okay, so you should buy 20 named user plus licenses for them. So this is basically small to medium business where they don't want to spend more money on like taking core based or processor based. They definitely know like these number users only will connect to the database. They can spend for them only. This is very simple. This is based on the users and devices only. That's all. Okay. And then cloud subscription, you all know, right? About the cloud. It is usage based. So how much you use, that much you need to pay. Okay. So you should understand like so this is completely a subscription based licensing for all your cloud deployments. So this includes compute, storage, RAM, like any other resources that required. It all together, they will have a single pricing. Okay. So cloud licensing, it is Oracle Cloud licensing. So this is a like pay per use, pay as you go. And there's another concept also called bring your own license. If you have a, like usually it happens right now when your business decides to move the database system from on-prem to uh, cloud. Okay, any cloud, like it could be OCI, Azure, Amazon. So you already have the purchase license. Okay, how you can use this purchase license in the cloud. So that's where like your bring your own license works out. So that option will be there whenever you have a existing license that you can move along with your database software to the cloud. So you don't have to purchase separately for that licensing. Okay, that option also will be there. So there you will be not charged for the license. For rest, like storage, RAM, compute, for them you will be charged. Okay. So here, cloud licensing includes automated scaling, patching, performance tuning. All these features will be included in this. Okay. So this is like in a cloud-ready modern workloads you can choose. Okay. So when a business thinks that they wanted to have everything on the cloud, they can definitely choose this Oracle Cloud licensing. Yeah. So licensing include and the BOOL, BYOL. Yeah. So bring your own license. So these two options will be there on the cloud. Okay. So license included is like Oracle software and the required licensing are bundled along with the cloud services subscription. So when you subscribe your cloud database, so these two will be included. So Oracle software and cloud service both club together and they will charge you. So when I say bring your own license, again I just wanted to reiterate on this. So customers use existing license, Oracle license in cloud deployment to save some cost and reuse the same license. They don't have to invest again on their licenses again. Got it? So these are the different types of licensing models available in the Oracle. So you can choose which licensing required based on the business need. So for any questions?
No, basically just apart. I just want to conclude everything. I just want to note some differentiation. Means you can carry on at the last one can ask on that. Means like we have a GC and the OCI. So just these three difference actually as per the licensing. I just wanted to understand means like we are nowadays we are going with the C means like the 19C or something, and earlier we have a G means like so grid and this cloud and then OCI. So what is the difference? Is OCI totally based on the cloud, right? And 19C is on-prem only. But so what is the logic of C here? Just it is little confusing for me. Just
Yeah, can you
that's
repeat
why I'm
that question?
asking.
Can you
As
repeat that
you are
question?
expert in that. C means like we have a G, like grid software in the
Uh-huh.
Oracle.
Uh-huh.
Uh, 12G or after that we have a G, and then from 90 means we have a 19C, like the which is
Okay,
basically C stand for the cloud,
okay,
G
okay.
stand for the grid, and now
Got
we have a OCI as well. It is totally depend on the. It is a PaaS platform, means like it is totally on the web, means on the cloud.
Okay, okay.
So
I'll tell
what
you.
is it here? The difference between the GC? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I got it. I got your question now. So, so when Oracle evolving, they started, creating this 9i, 8i, 10G, 11G, and then 12C, 18C, 19C. So I talked about this in the history, right? I stands for internet, G stands for grid computing, and C stands for cloud. So in Oracle database 12c onwards, the databases are compatible with the cloud. Okay. So if you have a 12c, it is compatible. It is not only on-prem. You can also host, deploy that particular database on the cloud. Okay. Any cloud platform, any hybrid plat- platform, you can deploy that database. So C stands for cloud. Okay. 12c onwards. 12c we have 12c releases, 12c O2, and then 18c. 18c also you can host, deploy in the cloud, or 19c also you can deploy, 21c also you can deploy. It doesn't mean that those are all on-prem. Okay. When it was mentioned with the C, they are cloud compatible. Okay, they can be deployed on cloud. Okay, so there's no difference. Like grid, like they introduced grid in 10G version onwards, like grid computing. So you can rack along with the grid. So to have a better scalability, they have introduced that. That's why I just mentioned G. Okay, so now anyways, 10G, 11G, 12C, all of them are out of support. So if you wanted to install a new system, a new Oracle database, you can go either 18C or 19C or 21C or 23 AI. But those grid features are available in 19C also, 12C also, 18C also. So they just launched at that time. They continued that G series at that point of time for some time. Okay, when they introduced 12C, cloud compatibility was adopted. So from there, 12C, 18C, 19C, they continued that C. And now in 23 AI, they have integrated advanced features of AI. So they started uh, calling 23 AI now. So that is going to be launched in 25 this year itself.
So yeah. So what is it means? C, I can understand this compatibility with the cloud. So what is the difference between the OCI and the C? These are two more means like I can understand C
OCI is like,
compatible. It's like we have a mhm,
OCI is like another platform, like how you have Amazon,
okay.
how you have GCP, how you have Azure. Similarly, Oracle Corporation is
Yeah.
having this OCI platform. So you have multiple.
And so say mhm. Just means yeah, yeah. But just I wanted to be clear on the C side. It's like the cloud supported in the sense we can host an environment on the cloud. Means like we have a VMware on the cloud, and then we can install the cloud. What is the means exactly meaning of C? Actually, I understand means the grid redundancy. It means we can use on the cloud as well and the on-prem as well. So cloud-based in the sense, just if you can give me quick on that means like. So I think I know, but maybe I'm missing some points. So to understand the exact thing, so just I wanted to know means what is cloud supported means. Uh, what is the meaning of cloud supported? See,
Okay. So prior to 12c
it is a
version,
it is also.
yeah, you complete your question. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
I know that we have a on-prem in the sense we have a machine, we have installed everything, and then we can start working in the whatever the client they can connect using the connection or whatever. So it is like a on-prem physical system we have, and we have installed it. So what is the meaning of C here? Just I want to understand. So
Okay.
it is, as you said, it is cloud compatible. So
Okay.
what is the meaning of that if
Uh,
you compare it on?
okay. Did you ever worked on the either AWS or Azure, any other platforms before?
Yes,
Okay. Which platforms you have
yes.
worked with?
Azure means is
Okay.
actually Azure we have used it for the SQL means.
Okay. Azure, right? Azure is one of the cloud platform. Okay. Like we have Amazon,
Yes,
GCP, and OCI. So when I say cloud compatible, so you can do either ways. One is you can build infrastructure in the cloud. Okay. In Amazon we call it EC2. Okay. So EC2 you can build. Okay. And uh, RDS. Did you hear about this RDS?
yes,
Okay, so this is like database as a software. Okay, so uh, sorry, database as a service. Okay, you don't have to worry about the underlying infrastructure, the licensing, everything. So when you want a database, you can choose the RDS. You will get so your database done. Okay, so EC2, you will have an infrastructure built. So it is completely a self-managed. You will have an infrastructure. You will spin up a mission like how you spin up in VMware. Okay, same like you will spin up a mission with the Elastic compute and AWS. So you will have whatever the resources you can have for that particular instance. So on top of that, you can go ahead and install your Oracle database. So if you have a license already, you can go ahead and install that particular software on that EC2 machine. Okay. If you don't have an installations, you can get that you can, if you don't have a license, you can get that license from the cloud also. Okay, so they will pay, you will have to pay them for the license and the underlying hardware as well. So now I'll tell you, from 12c onwards, all these databases, 12c to 21c databases, can be hosted either EC2, okay, or RDS. Okay, RDS you don't have to host, you can just choose. If you want a 12c version RDS, you can just spin up in the AWS, in the same way in the Azure also, in the same way in the OCI also, and GCP also. You're getting my point? For example, 18c you want, you can create that either in on-prem or in cloud. 19c same, on-prem or in cloud. You can deploy the database. On-prem means you will have to build the operating system, and you'll have to install the 19c software on that particular server. Okay, so it is a physical or virtual server, whatever it is. So you will have that server in your data center. But whereas in cloud, so cloud, like whichever the platform it is with, they will manage that particular infrastructure. So you will be installing your database on that infrastructure, not on your own infrastructure. That is the difference, basic difference. Okay, so I will talk more on this when we start talking about the OCI platform. Okay, so you will, right now I think I'm clarified your question.
yes, yes. Got it. Means it's the same only for means like the system is available on the cloud, and then we are managing database over there. It means
Yep.
the cloud. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you.
Yes, Rahul, you have a question. I see your hand raised.
Yeah, Srikant, my question is this processor-based license that you're talking about, that is based on a CPU cores. Is it applicable for the standard edition as well, or only for the enterprise?
Yes, it is applicable standard edition also.
Okay, then how this course will be calculated in standard? Because you said there will be limited number of sockets in standard edition.
Mhm.
So if there is a limited number of socket, uh, how this course will be? I mean, how this billing will be done in standard edition?
So, so there is no scalability for this standard edition. Okay, so you can have a maximum of two sockets. Whatever the cores you have for each socket, it purely depends on your hardware type. Okay, so that many licenses
Mm.
you can purchase. Okay, so for example, I told you in this example, right? If you have 18 cores, okay, you will have to pay eight eight licenses. So that is the maximum licenses. Okay, because you have two sockets, each socket have eight core, so total 16 cores. So you have to procure eight licenses for it. Okay, so beyond that you cannot expand your standard edition database, whereas the case is completely different in the enterprise. You can have multiple cores, you can have a multiple sockets also. So you can have a 32, you can have a 64 cores. So based on that course, you can procure the license. So the limitation in your standard edition is like purely based on the sockets. So if you have a two sockets, if that socket is capable of holding 16 core CPU, that's well and good. You can have 16, 16, two sockets, two 16s, 32 core. So you will have to procure license for that 32 cores only.
Okay.
So in the standard 8 core license, we need to hold is that it will support for only 8 core.
Yes,
Okay. Even if I have the 16 core also, it will support only 8 core.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Standard edition have the core limitation.
Correct, correct. How in SQL Server it calculates in a core based license? The same thing here also.
Same. Yes.
I think most of you people are SQL background, right? So you will be connected to like how core based licensing will happen in SQL Server.
Only the thing is, Oracle is a bit costly.
Yeah, expensive.
Expensive.
Okay, so I wanted to show you some, what to say, links. Okay, so along with this premium cost, you will also get a support from Oracle. Okay, so you will get a support identifier from them. Once you register your license, you will get a support identifier. So whenever an issue comes, okay, so with the administrative knowledge, you will resolve them. Okay, any database administrative task or issues, basic troubleshooting, you will do it. If anything goes beyond your knowledge, okay, so there is a Oracle support team, okay, to support you. Okay, for that you need to log into the support.oracle.com. Okay, I'll show you that quickly. So this is the wait, the page got expired. So this is the Oracle support.oracle.com website where you can create a ticket, support tickets to the Oracle team. So based on your priority P1, P2, so what version you're having issue, so what is the issue, you can give them along with the logs. So that team will help you out to troubleshoot further on those issues. So you're not only just paying the premium support, you're also getting the premium licensing. You'll also get the premium support from the Oracle. Yes, Rahul, you have a question?
That's it. I got it.
Okay, I think you need to lower your hand raise.
Okay.
All right. So this is the my Oracle support portal. So when you have a user ID and password, you have to create that. If you procure a license, you will get a support identifier from the licensing team. Okay, so that support identifier you need to register in this portal. Okay, once you register there, you will get every access to, like, knowledge. So even you, if you go to the knowledge tab, if you see here, so you can get all the informations, like, if you wanted to uh, have a knowledge on the installation. Okay, I wanted to install the Oracle software on Oracle Enterprise Linux or RHEL 9. So you can get the document for that. Okay, or you have some issue, that common issue, or uh, you can check, like, whether you're the only one facing that issue, or any other also facing the same issue. They will uh, place those documents here, troubleshooting steps, documents, those errors. So whatever, like, you can search in this knowledge base articles. So there will be a lot of articles you can see, like, here you can information center, transportable table space for Oracle database. So this is one of the concept. You can see, like, you can click on it, and you will get all the information about that. Okay, so they create these documents and place it over in this portal. Okay, so all the documents will be available here. Okay, and you can create a service request also, like, if you wanted to create a P1 P2 priority tickets, you can go to the service request tab, and you can create that particular service request. I'm not going to this tab because I have my customer identifier number registered in this. I don't want to make it visible because of the security concern and data. Okay, so I don't want to show that. And remaining, like, patches and updates, you can go here. So you can see patch releases, update releases here. What is the latest patch it has released? So you can download those patches from here itself. And you have a community also. So Oracle community, you can go, and you can also participate in that community. If you have something to share, you can go here and share there. Okay, so there's a community. Okay, so you can also be part of this. And somebody asked me, like, to how we can see the difference between enterprise standard in a granular level. You can go here and search for the differences, or the even in the Google you type, you'll get redirected to the same page, and you get the information from the official sites only. Okay, so this is about the Oracle support web. Okay, so recently, see, I have raised a ticket, SR, Oracle SR. Okay, so for one of my enterprise edition, there's some issue I have. I have logged the ticket here, and Oracle team is assisting it on that. So it is a priority to severity. You can see priority to ticket. So you can see them also dashboard. So how many tickets you have raised? What is that particular ticket status? You can open that, and you can see every information. Okay. So that's about the Oracle support. You'll get a premium support from them. Okay, for anything that you could not solve, you need more assistance, any bug fixes that you wanted to, they will come in and support you. If there is any bug, they can give you interim workaround, and they will work on it, and they will give the PSUs, patch updates, etc. All those things will happen in this Oracle support itself. Okay. And then we'll talk about another portal. So how you download your softwares. So this is the you know tool. So where you can tool in the sense, like, this is the place where you can download your Oracle softwares. Okay, so you can search download package. I wanted a 19C. Okay, I'll just type. So it will come. Okay, 19C enterprise edition, standard edition. So I want 19C. Okay, you can see all this, right? So I wanted a 19C enterprise edition. You can also get older versions also. Okay, 11G. From 11G, see download your viewer items. Okay, you can see this item. This was added. You can continue to download here from here. Okay, so if this is where you can now download the Oracle database softwares. It could be a grid software, it could be ASM, it could be a database software. You can download them from here. Yeah, so you can see the ASM related files also. Okay, so these are the two web links. So this is the edelivery.oracle.com. Okay, I will anyway share with you people these two links: support.oracle.com and edelivery.oracle.com. Well, when we start our practices on the lab environment, we'll have to download these softwares, right? So we can get them downloaded.
Are we going to learn this thing as well, right? ASM
Sorry.
on this course. We are going to learn ASM as well, right? In this course, it is
Yes,
covered.
yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. I will show you how to install the database on ASM. Okay, and ASM architecture instance, everything I will talk about. Automatic storage management. Till now, any doubts?
No, just means these links. Can you share with us in the chat or somewhere?
Yes, I
Means
will.
whatever link is. So one we will. Yeah. So you collect it on.
Sure,
So
we'll share.
Yep, I will do share them. The important links. When we start setting up the environment, I will ensure you guys get all the required download files also. Okay, so either we can work on the VMware or Oracle virtual box. So there are different tools to set up our labs. Okay, so we will build our labs based on our requirements. Okay, any more questions from anyone?
All good.
Okay, if no other questions, I'll just slightly touch base on the Oracle database server. Okay, we'll talk about this tomorrow again. Basic architecture and Oracle database server structure looks like. What are the components, basic components that we need to know. So I'll just touch base on that today, and then we will deeply discuss tomorrow on them again tomorrow. So some core components I wanted to talk about. Okay, so these are the core components that you need to know before we start learning uh, about the Oracle and start practicing on the Oracle also. So here I have listed some of the components, so important components that you will deal day in day out as a DBA. So the first one is instance. So instance is nothing but memory structures and background processes in the Oracle. So every uh, Oracle database will have one instance. Okay, so a won't be directly connecting to the user won't be directly connecting to the database. So they will connect to the instance first. Okay, from instance they will access the database. Okay, so instance is very important for the Oracle database to run and process its data. Okay, so instance is nothing but memory structures and background processes. Okay, we'll talk about later, like what instance memory structure is having and background processor having. For just basic understanding, I'm telling you. So instance is memory structures and background processes. So what is memory? So memory consists of uh, shared global area and PGA, shared pool, library pool, and Java pool. A lot of pool memory will be there, and cache, buffer cache will be there, buffer will be there. So a lot of structures will be there in the memory, so in the Oracle database. Whenever you install a Oracle database software, you will also create an instance. So when you create an instance, then you create a database on top of the instance. So instance needs to be there. Once you start the database, before you start up the database, it will be starting the instance only. Okay, so which will allocate some memory, allocate some process, background process to do some of the stuffs for your database. So this is very important. Okay, instance memory within the instance. Okay, and background processes. So what is the background process you have in the Oracle database? I will talk about later, but just understand what are the background processes. So background processes keep the system running smoothly, your database system running smoothly, and do the wide variety of tasks to process your data in the RAM. Okay, so CPU, it's like basically your CPU does every task, and process data will be kept on the in the RAM. Okay, so those are the background processes, and your actual database is physical files. That's no, your storage. Okay, so whatever the uh, data files or control files or redo files, archive log files, all these physical files will store the data. Okay, so those all files together we call as database. Okay, so that is the storage. That's the same storage, we call it as a database. So this storage differs while you are installing. Sometimes we will install on the local storage itself. Sometimes we install on ASM. Sometimes we install on NAS. So no, it depends on which storage you use, but that storage only you store the data, actual data. Okay, and table space, this is a logical structure unit within the database. So every table space will have either one or more data files. So data file is a physical file. Okay, so table space is a logical storage unit. So in a database, table spaces you can see as a logical units. So again, each table space will have either one or more physical data files. Okay, so I will talk more about this table space when we progress further. Okay, just for now, remember this core components. Okay, so what it is individually. And storage, I told you, files that holds actual data and logs, that is the storage. So, and listener, so that is the one component which handles the user request. Okay, and when user wants to connect to a database, so this listener only. Okay, so here listener will decide whether your user should connect to the instance or not, whether this user have the right information to connect to the instance or not. Okay, so this listener will plays a major role here. Okay, so listener will have basically a database name, DB ID, and IP address, host name, and the port number. So those informations this listener will have. So this will validate whether this user is trying to connect to the right instance or not. If it is not connecting, it will show some error, fatal error, that you're not, the access is not there or something. Okay, so that is the listener usage. And schema. Schema is a collection of database objects. It could be tables, indexes, synonyms, triggers, anything. All the database objects, collection of database objects is schema. in the Oracle database. These are the core components that you need to know, be familiarize with yourself, and because we're going to talk about these components only throughout the session. Okay, so these components only throughout the session. We will only we will learn more and more about these components, different ways, different places, how these components comes and plays their role. Okay, questions? If no questions, I'll move to the next slide. So this is how your Oracle database server looks. Okay, so when I say Oracle database server, it will have memory, it'll have CPU, it'll have storage. Storage is the one where actual data stores. CPU and memory combines together forms an instance for your Oracle database. So yeah. So we'll talk about deeper tomorrow on this basic architecture. So how this works, and how database looks like. What are the data files be there? Different data files, different physical files be there. All this we will discuss tomorrow. Okay, got it. We'll take some questions if anybody is having questions on so far what we have discussed.
Okay, Stephen.
Is there any questions, please?
So tomorrow we are going to learn architecture, right? This uh, or just tomorrow we will go through it. We are going to start the Oracle architecture
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Before I go deeper in the Oracle architecture, I want you guys to have a hands-on experience on the Linux. Okay, so we will start the Linux, and then we will go to the architecture. Okay, so once we complete the architecture, we can directly go to the installation. So before you go to the installation part, you need to really be familiarize yourself on the basic Linux commands, basics of the Linux, etc. So then only you are able to understand what commands I'm executing, how you can execute those commands in your lab environments. So otherwise, it'll be so difficult. If I can give you a run book, you can do copy paste of those commands and the installation completed, but you won't be able to connect what commands you are executing, why you have to execute those commands. If any troubleshooting you need to do, how you can do those troubleshooting with those commands, etc. So you need to know. So before we get installations or complete architecture, I'll try to have some time for the Linux basics. Okay.
Yeah, it sounds good. So before going to handle the Linux environment, we need to know how the basic administration commands are there.
Yeah. Yeah. Any other questions? Justin, Rahul, Adam, Sandeep?
No, nothing.
Good. Good.
Okay, then, good.
Okay. Are you guys understanding, right? Any challenges? These are very
I'm
very basic stuffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are just starting. Slowly, we're pacing up. So if anybody is who's having good experience, just bear some more time. We will pace it up slowly. So just make you all comfortable here to learn the Oracle database. This is a new technology, right? So you need to be first comfortable. That's why I'm going a little slow. So once we pace it up with some good learnings on the Linux and architecture, I think from there we can switch our gears. Okay, good. Thank you everyone. Thanks for joining today. We'll catch up again tomorrow with the new concepts.